And we have jumped you inside the Home Depot Center, where the pitch that is normally grass for soccer has been covered with dirt for freestyle MotoX 16. 2004 gold medalist still to come in a later heat. Heats of 4, a new style of doing this. And there, Adam Jones, your 2007 winner. So a lot of big hitters still to come. 8 will transfer on, and this is how the first 8 that have run sit right now, with 8 more riders to go. It will be a heck of a shootout. I'll tell you, this course is huge. Lots of options. And speaking of options, BMX Park has tons of them. I love the style over there. Let's go back to Jimmy Coleman and the boys. Dogs in the house. 16 total riders fighting for 8 spots. That's how they stand right now. Coming out of the gate, has to be one of the favorites, last year's silver medalist. You gotta love it that he's racing the course. A different format this year. You will be rewarded for getting on your gas when it's time to go for tricks. And Matt Ribot is doing that right now, Tess.
Well, this is run 2 of 3 for Matt Ribot. They're only 60-second runs, and these guys are normally used to 90-second runs, and that's a big difference. But he's using a unique line now. He didn't use this line in his last run. He did score 40 in the last run. Remember, the best 2 of 3 are what counts. So 40 is a big score. He needs to at least equal that. He really wants to try and dominate right out of the, out of the chute.
For those of you not familiar with freestyle motocross, the riders, 16 of them, riding approximately 230-pound motorcycles. There's a number of ramps, all different lengths, everything from 45 feet to 115 feet. They invert, they twist, they take body parts off, basically risk as much as you can and have as clean of a takeoff and landing to get the best score possible. And that is what you call a very clean underflip to a semi-sketchy landing, dabbing a foot. 5 judges will be scoring it. The best possible score on each run is 50.
Well, that sketchy landing it's caused by the floor here in Home Depot just gets baked by the sun, and unfortunately gets a little bit dusty and slick. But take a look at how good that underflip is. The bike perpendicular to the direction of travel. Oh, lucky to save that one.
Just kind of bounced a bit there, and he does have the equal highest score so far in this round number 1 of 40. Backs it up with a 39. Your top 2 of 3 will count, and Ribot is now on your top spot. Now we're taking a look at Todd Potter, who has been in 2 competitions already at X Games and has medaled in both, beating James Stewart and Ricky Carmichael in the best whip competition for gold. Yes, Potter, nice. Big extension. That's not a really big jump to throw that big of a trick, and he held it a long time.
Well, here he should be going for the really big jump. The 115, it's actually about 130 feet door to door.
His other medal just last night, the bronze in the best trick competition, where we saw lots of riders crashing. Todd is quickly becoming one of the it guys in freestyle motocross.
Here's the thing about Todd Potter. He certainly was a bit of maybe a misguided youth.
A head case.
And I actually talked to him today. He's just missing there. He was going for the cliffhanger flip. He didn't quite get the hands all the way off. But now he's living cleaner. He's really focused. He seems like he's actually having fun on his dirt bike again. And this, ladies and gentlemen, is one of the best natural riders out there in the freestyle world.
Todd will appreciate you saying that about him.
Well, give credit where credit's due. I think he's going to get this one. He made the turn, and this is the approach before the red flags flew. So this should be the last flip trick. Nice one for Todd Potter. One-handed can-can flip.
If you haven't seen a lot of freestyle motocross, watch careful, because they do a lot really fast. Look at the extension. That is some of the most amazing extension. He is a strong person to be able to pull that back. That may be the biggest I've ever seen that extended.
What was crazy there is how stalled out he was on the way back.
I just mentioned the fact that he already has 1 gold and 1 bronze. He wants to be in that top 8 to move through to what will be the equivalent of a semifinal. Head-to-head competitions. This is a new format. I call it the jam format, kind of like what you're seeing in BMX Park. 4 riders, all riding 60-second runs, 3 different runs. Your best 2 count. But they're not riding head-to-head right now. It's the overall top 8 that will transfer. And this guy right here, I really like his style and ability. Mike Mason is always in the mix.
Oh, that was nice. Coming up a little bit short, though, for Mason. There's a challenging course. I mean, there's lots of different lines you have to take, and typically on a freestyle course, you plan your run a long time in advance, and you tend to take the same line through the course. You learn the course, but they have to do unique lines every time they go out because that's one of the things that judges are looking for.
So Mason just turning 27 years old. He's a bronze medalist in freestyle from 2006 and 2008. So consistency, he's not afraid to give. He's definitely got the skill. One of the riders to watch in the competition, and when he is on, he is one of the more perfect and fun riders to watch because of his style. He has a lot of style.
Well, we'll have to see if the judges will count that. The turn that he made, the red flag was up. He kind of wasn't under power going towards the jump. That is one of the stipulations from Regis Harrington, our head judge. Be under power on the way to a ramp, and that will count. So let's see if Mason can get another good score. Got 38 in his first run, but the big scores are stacking up here.
Looking back, Mace going Indian air, crossing the legs like when you sit Indian style, so to speak, when you're a kid. Crossing the legs while he's upside down and getting back on the bike. So great performance there from Mason and doing himself good in the scores. So for now, that's it here from Freestyle MotoX. We will be back soon, but now let's go over to Jimmy Coleman. Thank you, Jimmy. I love what you guys got going on over there. I love the park. I love the concrete. I love the style. And, you know, BMX is where a lot of the tricks in freestyle motocross originally came from. Of course, the freestyle guys sometimes adding something a little different, some of these grab combinations. And the judges have been saying, Tess, do it right side up well and upside down well. In the past year, we've seen lots of upside down, but I think we're seeing a good mixture here at XG15.
Well, there, McNeil is showing you a great right side up trick there with that ruler. But the judges are saying if you do a weak upside down trick, that really is going to knock you. Even though it's a backflip and you think it's a dangerous trick to do, they want perfection from these riders. McNeil making a mistake there coming out of the corner and
giving up.
Yeah.
You guys need to know this. Jim McNeil got in as an alternate because one of the heroes of freestyle motocross took a huge digger. Robbie Madison, Maddo, our New Year's Eve mad dog, as you might say.
And we have to give another shout out to the guy who was the first alternate, Cameron Sinclair, also an Australian. He was sitting in that first alternate position a couple of weeks ago in Madrid, Spain. He actually crashed doing a double backflip, of which he had done 26 previously. So Cam is doing well and wish him a speedy recovery. But Jim McNeil is going to have to leave it all.
He's going to have to bring the heat a little better than that, I'll tell you. There's his final score.
It's not going to be enough.
Be a factor. He's not even in the top 8 now, and there's still another group of 4 riders to go. This man right here, he is your overall leader with a combined score of 79. He's looking to better a 39, which is his low score.